So, you think you're the biggest Stranger Things fan? Let's test that. Grab a pen and paper to count how many correct answers you have by the end. If you're ready, here we go to the Upside Down. Let's start with a couple of demodog level questions, and by that I mean easy ones. Which state is the town of Hawkins in? A. Arizona. B. Indiana. C. Maine. D. North Carolina. Hawkins is in Indiana, but you know, it's a fictional town, right? So cancel your tour plans. From where did Max move to Hawkins? A. Texas. B. Florida. C. Nevada. D. California. The correct answer is D. What was the name of Dustin's demodog? A. Athos. B. Porthos. C. Aramis. D. D'Artagnan. Though it was not so heroic as this fourth musketeer, its name was D'Artagnan. What song reminds Jonathan of Will? A. Running Up That Hill. B. Should I Stay or Should I Go? C. You Spin Me Round Like a Record. D. Never Ending Story. The answer is B. Admit it, you've been listening to it on repeat after watching Season 1, right? Speaking of songs, what Metallica song does Eddie play while he's in the Upside Down? A. Welcome Home, Sanitarium. B. Enter Sandman. C. Master of Puppets. D. The Unforgiven. Eddie plays Master of Puppets during that yet another iconic scene from the show. What is Eleven's real name? A. Jean. B. Joan. C. Jane. D. June. Give yourself a point if your answer was Jane. Now let's move on to Demogorgon level questions. What's the name of the restaurant where Hopper invited Joyce for a date? A. Enzo's. B. Carlos. C. Roberto's. D. Yuri's. The correct answer is A. If only Joyce could have made it there that day, we could have had our Jopper dreams come true earlier. What's the name of the ice cream parlor that Steve and Robin work at during Season 3? A. Scoops Ahoy. B. Starcourt Scoops. C. Yo-Ho Scoops. D. Sailor's Scoops. All hands on deck, Scoops Ahoy, people! Erica's here to try the peanut butter chocolate swirl. We know you love Steve. Who doesn't? But do you remember which hair product he uses to achieve his gorgeous hairstyle? A. Farrah Fawcett Hairspray. B. Rave Hairspray. C. Aquanet Hairspray. D. Wella Balsam. You do 4 puffs of the Farrah Fawcett spray? Steve says. Seems like that worked for Dustin to get the girl. What do you say? Speaking of characters we love, how about characters we love to dislike? Do you remember what Billy did to earn some cash during Season 3? A. He cleaned pools. B. He repaired cars. C. He was a lifeguard. D. He was a bartender. Billy was a lifeguard at the Hawkins Community Pool. Remember Holly? Then tell me who she is. A. One of Dustin's cats. B. Nancy and Mike's sister. C. Former editor of the school newspaper. D. Robin's crush. The correct answer is B. Yep, Nancy and Mike have a younger sister, but don't worry, you're not alone. Everyone keeps forgetting about her. In which game did Max beat Dustin's highest score record? A. Dig Dug. B. Dragon's Lair. C. Donkey Kong. D. Pac-Man. Get out of the way, Dustin. Mad Max comes first at Dig Dug now. Are you ready to answer some spider monster level questions? Who founded the Hawkins Middle AV Club? A. Murray Bowman. B. Scott Klarke. C. Bob Newby. D. Sam Owens. Bob Newby, Joyce's boyfriend in Season 2, is the one. For which class did Suzie change Dustin's grade? A. Latin. B. Math. C. Social Studies. D. History. Dustin got a D- for Latin, so the correct answer is A. What is Vecna's real name? A. Henry Creel. B. Harry Crawley. C. Harrison Clark. D. Hector Carden. Vecna, aka 001's real name is Henry Creel. What's the name of the pizza shop that Argyle is working at? A. Dive-In Pizza. B. Surfer Boy Pizza. C. Fresh and Hot Pizza. D. Ocean Breeze Pizza. Everything is fresh except for the pineapples at Surfer Boy Pizza. So, the correct answer is B. How many inches did Hopper want 11 to keep the door open? A. 3. B. 5. C. 7. D. 4. The correct answer is 3 inches. What's the name of the trailer park where Max and her mom live? A. Hawkins Lake Trailer Park. B. Crimson Woods Trailer Park. C. Forest Hills Trailer Park. D. Chestnut Road Trailer Park. They live in Forest Hills Trailer Park. Well, maybe not anymore, since the place is a crime scene and a gate to the Upside Down now. Here come the Mind Flayer level questions. What was the first place 11 went after she escaped? A. Mike's basement. B. Hopper's cabin. C. Benny's Burgers. D. Castle Byers. The correct answer is C. What is the name of 11's mother? A. Tammy Thompson. B. Terry Ives. C. Callie Prasad. D. Laura Cunningham. 11's mother's name is Teresa Terry Ives, so you get a point if your answer was B. What's the name of the Hawkins High newspaper? A. Hawkins High Weekly. B. Tigers Weekly. C. The Weekly Streak. D. The Weekly Trace. The Weekly Streak is the name of the newspaper that makes Nancy's being an editor's dreams come true. Which school did Jonathan get accepted to? A. California State University. B. Lenora Hills Community College. C. Mount San Antonio College. D. Long Beach City College. Let's hope all goes well for Nancy and Jonathan when he tells her that he got accepted to Lenora Hills Community College. What is the number on Lucas's basketball jersey? A. 10. B. 13. C. 23. D. 8. The correct answer is 8. And did you know that the actor picked this number as an homage to the late Kobe Bryant? What's the name of Suzie's older sister? A. Eden. B. Mary. C. Rachel. D. Eve. Surely Argyle would know. Her name is Eden. What color are the socks that Mike buys at the skating rink? A. Puke yellow. B. Vomit green. C. Mud brown. D. Slime lime. He asked for vomit green and he got vomit green. Dare to move to Vecna level questions? You're a courageous one. What are the race and class of Erica's Dungeons & Dragons character? A. Tiefling Bard. B. Gnome Druid. C. Half-Orc Cleric. D. Half-Elf Rogue. Her character is a level 14 chaotic good half-elf rogue. That's one experienced player if you ask me. What's the name of Eddie's band? A. Grave Zone. B. Cursed Tomb. C. Corroded Coffin. D. Rusty Blade. Just as Chrissy said, with a name like that, how could we forget? The correct answer is C. Corroded Coffin. Whose favorite Halloween candy is Reese's Pieces? A. Mike's. B. Will's. C. Lucas's. D. Dustin's. It's Will's favorite Halloween candy. Good choice, man. How did the kids introduce 11 to Mr. Klarke when they encountered him at the school hall before Will's assembly in the gymnasium? A. Mike's second cousin Eleanor is from Sweden. B. Dustin's friend from the summer camp in Sweden. C. Will's second cousin Elaine from Canada. D. Lucas's friend from the summer camp in Canada. The correct answer is A. Good thing Mr. Klarke bought it. What's the name of Will and Jonathan's father's girlfriend? A. Cynthia. B. Cindy. C. Sally. D. Sandra. It's Cynthia. Kudos if you remembered that. So, let's see how well you did, and remember, friends don't lie, so be honest about your results. If you have 1 to 6 correct answers, did you even watch the show? If you have 7 to 13 correct answers, you are probably looking at your phone, right? If you have 14 to 20 correct answers, pat yourself on the back for paying attention. If you have 21 to 27 correct answers, it's fair to say you have a good memory. If you have 28 to 30 correct answers, we kneel before you, Dungeon Master.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.
Hey, screamers and full-time trick-or-treaters! I have the ultimate horror movie challenge for you. I'll give you some random information about the plots of the movies and shows, and you will have to guess their names. Now grab your quill and grimoire to write down your scores. Give yourself a candy point if you know the answer, and a slap on the face. No point if you don't. Let's begin. In this movie, the main characters and their kids are accompanied by 4 singing busts while searching for the mausoleum. Can you tell me which movie this is? And here's a hint. It has the word haunted in it. It's Disney's The Haunted Mansion, which was released in 2003. You can also find the ride attraction of this movie at Disneyland, And actually, the movie is based on the ride and not the other way around. In this movie, the neighbor of the main character scares children away from his front yard and confiscates their belongings. Do you know its name? It's the 2006 animated movie Monster House. One of its screenwriters received a letter about how this movie is nightmare-inducing. Well, you'll have to watch and decide for yourself if you haven't yet. In this movie, the main character travels into a world where all the creatures have buttons instead of eyes. Which movie is this character from? It's the 2009 stop-motion movie Coraline, which was based on the Neil Gaiman book of the same name. If you haven't watched it yet, here's some advice. Don't be tricked by it being an animation. Think twice before watching it with any kids around, because I guarantee that it'll give you the heebie-jeebies. In this movie, a zombie falls in love with a living human girl and does everything he can to protect her. Do you know it? It's Warm Bodies, which was released in 2013 and based on a novel. By the way, it's also a romantic comedy movie, so you can watch it on Valentine's Day too. It's a win-win for partners with different film tastes, am I right? In this movie, David Bowie steals a baby. Do you know the name of it? This movie is called Labyrinth, and it was released in 1986. Since it's an old one, don't beat yourself up if you don't know it. But David Bowie sings with puppets in it, so it's a good fit for the pumpkin season. This one is not a movie. It's a mini-series, and in it, one of the characters wears a teapot on his head and has a pet frog. Do you know its name? It's Over the Garden Wall. This 10-episode animated show aired in 2014, but it quickly became a classic. This movie's antagonist is a bioexorcist, and his name consists of two words, a bug and a drink. Can you guess the movie? It's Tim Burton's 1988 movie, Beetlejuice. Here's some great news for its fans. Earlier this year, it was announced that there's going to be a sequel to it. This movie is about a vampire who returns to his ancestral home after being imprisoned for almost 200 years, only to find out his dysfunctional descendants need his help. Do you know its name? Another movie by the Gothic director Tim Burton. This one is called Dark Shadows, and it was actually based on a television soap opera of the same name. In this movie, a boy has to lift a 300-year-old witch's curse to save his town, despite the fact that everyone in it thinks he's crazy. Can you tell me what this movie is? It's the 2012 animated stop-motion movie Paranorman, which is actually produced by the same company that made Coraline. In this movie, a boy is turned into a mouse by the leader of a witch coven. Do you know its name? This movie, which is based on a Roald Dahl novel, is called The Witches, and it actually has two versions. The first one was made in 1990, and the second one was made in 2020. Since I'm feeling generous, you can give yourself an extra point if you knew this information. In this movie, a boy must tell scary stories to a witch every night in order to survive. Can you guess its name? It's the 2021 movie called Night Books. In this movie, monsters, which are actually characters from books, come to life, and the author of the books must stop them with the help of a few teenagers before they wreak havoc upon their town. Can you tell me its name? It's the 2015 movie Goosebumps, which is based on the horror book series of the same name, written by Robert Lawrence Stein. So you've made it to question number 13. It's time to take things up a notch on the scary meter then. In this movie, a group of counselors try to reopen an abandoned summer camp with a grim past. Tell me its name. Come on, I know you know this. It's nothing other than the 1980 movie Friday the 13th, of course. You know what the funny thing is? The Friday the 13th franchise actually consists of 12 movies as of today. This movie follows a young pregnant woman with peculiar neighbors, whom she thinks have sinister intentions for her baby. Do you know the name of it? Psychological horror, everyone? It's the 1968 movie Rosemary's Baby, the movie which its producers thought to be cursed due to some tragic events that took place while filming it. In this movie, after hearing some unfortunate news, a woman and her family begin to discover terrifying secrets about their ancestry. Vague much? But you can tell me its name if you're a true horror fan. It's the 2018 movie Hereditary. By the way, did you know that its director pitched this movie as a family drama? Talk about marketing skills, am I right? Do you think your life is more like work hard, play hard, or like all work and no play? If your answer is the latter, then which movie's antagonists feel the same way as you? The movie that uses the all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy proverb is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, which was based on the Stephen King novel of the same name. If you were a character in this movie, you would have to live in complete silence to be able to survive. Can you name the movie? It's the 2018 post-apocalyptic movie A Quiet Place, with a sequel released in 2021. Shh. In this movie, a group of losers have to destroy a shape-shifting sewer monster. What movie is it? It's the 2017 movie It. Just like The Shining, this one is also a Stephen King novel adaptation. Here's another mini-series question for you. This one is about 5 siblings who eventually have to flee the house they were trying to renovate. Do you know which series this is? This 10-episode miniseries is The Haunting of Hill House, and it's actually the first installment of the Haunting Anthology series. How about we end things on a higher note, so that you'll still be able to sleep in the dark? In this last movie, there's a giant plant that sings to be fed. Do you know it? It's Little Shop of Horrors, which was adapted by an off-Broadway musical, which itself was adapted by the 1960 movie of the same name. Now, let's see how well you did. If you have 0 to 5 candy points, you're a ghost, because nobody can see you anywhere near the movie theater. If you have 6 to 10 candy points, you're a zombie, because you're slow when it comes to catching up with movies. If you have 11 to 15 candy points, you're a werewolf who once in a while misses a movie due to nights with the full moon. If you have 16 to 21 candy points with an extra point included, you're a vampire who drinks every movie in.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.